Cowgirls up 6-0, 6:38 left in, the ball stolen away. Kennetts across the lane, off the glass, and good. And now 8-0 Cowgirls with the lead. IFA looking for their first victory of the season tonight against the Cowgirls. CGD, rough outing against Hampton Dumont the other night on their home court for Courtney Harley with a free throw. So that's kind of where we're sitting right now as the... We'll thank our sponsors here real quick. Sports Graphics, Teggy Manufacturing, 80 Tech Solutions, North Iowa Real Estate, Midwest Warehouse Solutions, 80 and Hanson & Sons Tire and Auto, Fuel, Paradigm Benefits, First National Bank, Brothers Market, Rich and Jan Boardwell, Barb and John Hakey, and First Citizens Bank. Fine sponsors. It's going to be a busy week of basketball for the Cowboys and Cowgirls. Cowgirls will be inbounding. Jondal inbounds to Hanch. Back to Jondal on the right-hand wing. Goes down, kicks it out. Kennetts. Bounce pass back in to Jondal. They try to get inside to Harley. She'll have a little fight on her hands down, and it's going to be stolen away and kicked out. Lancaster kicks it back out to Bridgewater. Bridgewater tries to go down low. They go back into the right-hand corner to Wibholm. She'll swing it back out, top near the top of the key. Cadets reset back to Wibholm on the left-hand side. She's going to bring the ball back up to across to Bridgewater. Bridgewater once again back to Lancaster. Lancaster drives back out to Bridgewater. Left-hand wing, jumper up and good. And the Cadets, a 5-8 5-point run now. 8-5 the score. Cowgirls with the lead. 4:52 left in the first. Hanch to Kennetts. 3 on the way. It's going to be off just a little bit. Ball is going to be...
The girl put Courtney Harley in the back.
Yeah, not... Although, you know, I don't have a problem letting them play as long as it doesn't get out of hand. 3 on the way. No good. Rebounded. Well, it's tipped around. It's finally going to go into the hands of Bridgewater. And then chasing it cleared out of the other end. They're going to call over and back against the Cadets. So Cowgirls get the ball in the thrown basket.
I got something to say about last night, though. Just here in a minute.
Kennetts. Jondal drives down the lane. Shot goes off the front of the rim. Rebounded by the Cadets. Bridgewater up and no good. Tipped around, and it's going to be hauled back in. Lancaster off to Wibholm. Wibholm, it's tipped away, and Jondal will end up with it. Goes across, clear across court to Kennetts. Kennetts back to down in the corner. She'll get the pass from Jondal clear across to Hanch, and Hanch will lose the ball to Wibholm. Wibholm will pass it to Jennifer Lancaster, Bridgewater rather, and it's going to be knocked out of her hands. Hanch for 3, no good. 3:38, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Quinn Hanch. It'll be the first Cowgirl foul of the night, and it's going to be at the 3:38 mark. Once again, Cowgirls leading 8-5. They went on a quick run, 8-point run, and then since then have not been able to get anything to drop for them.
Last night at the freshman game, they were going. Bishop Garrigan was hitting our girls. So our girls, nothing was called, so our girls started doing it, and the rest started calling fouls. Then my sisters went on the ground, and she had the ball. They were talking about. She started kicking them.
Not good.
But the ref didn't catch it.
It gets sometimes games can get a little out of hand. Jondal's going to be dinged with a foul as she's going to tap Hutchinson, the sophomore, and she's going to head to the line for a couple shots. First one is up off the back of the rim, no good. That's going to send us to the second shot from the charity stripe. This one up and good. Makes it a 2-point ball game, 8-6. Once again, the Cowgirls have not scored since the 6.5-minute mark. They went 3 minutes without scoring, and now 8-6 the score. over the top. Ball loose on the floor, and a jump ball is going to be called. As Harley's going to get in there quick. It's going to go back to IFA. They are going to do the inbounding tonight, but...
I might have to hit the camera a little bit.
Yeah. 3 on the way, up off the rim, no good. Rebounded by... gets it off to Lancaster. Back out to Reimer. Pass across. Bridgewater goes down the corner. Whipple on the left-hand side comes back out to Reimer. 3 up off the rim, no good. Tipped around, grabbed by Kendall Lindemann, who's into the ball game. Her pass intended for Hanch is going to be it's going to be stolen away, and a foul is going to be committed by Lindemann. That's going to be the third team foul of the half against the Cowgirls. Kendall's first. Inbound pass. Shot up and no good. Rebound goes to Kennetts and the Cowgirls. Phipps was the one that did not make the shot. Kennetts in the lane. Can't get it to go. Harley puts it back up. Kind of fouled, but evidently not enough for the official to notice. So it's going to go back to the Cadets. Shot on the way. Off the rim, no good. Rebound goes to, it went to Kennetts, and then it was taken away, and there's a travel. Back out. Down Bridgewater. Leads with an elbow, and they're going to say it went off of Jondal. UK.
Yeah, I was going to say...
Harley checks out, and Morgan Middleton back in.
Yeah.
Number 51. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Lindemann, and off to Kennetts, and now it's going to be Hanch bringing the ball up court. Hanch, Lindemann, right corner, down to Kennetts, back out to Hanch. Cross to Lindemann. Back down once again, just inside the three-point arc. Baseline shot, no good. Ball loose. It is going to end up in the hands of the Cadets and Harding. And she'll clear the ball out to Lancaster, who'll bring the ball up on the... Check that. It's going to be Bridgewater bringing the ball up. Stolen away by Kennetts off the glass, and good. The Cowgirls break a scoreless drought. Oh, my gosh. Went all the way down to 115. And they now lead by 4. 10-6. David Kennetts with 4 points on the night thus far. And a little four-court press being put on by CGD. Causing Reimer to take the ball at the top of the... She gives up her dribble, throws it down the corner to Whipholm. She took a little bit of a step before it was... Kennetts diving after it. Hustles back. Back up. No good. Rebound goes to Middleton, and the Cowgirls clears it out, and Hanch will bring the ball up on the left-hand side. Down to Jondal on the left-hand corner. Back across now. Over as far. She's got over half of the Cowgirl points. 13-6. 18 seconds remains first period. And we're back into the action with the Cadets bringing the ball back up court. Reimer on the right. Whipholm launches a whole fistful of bricks up at the backboard, and that large bonk you heard was, or should have heard, that was the ball smashing off of the
backboard.
That's going to make the score 13-6. Cowgirls, as we finish the first 8 minutes of the game, second 8 getting ready to come your way here shortly. Paradigm Benefits in Clarion, offering insurance services, specializing in value-added employee benefit plans, health, life, and much more, creating stability in an ever-changing market. At Paradigm Benefits, their customers have free access to their compliance department, including benefits and human resource consulting services. It's Paradigm Benefits in Clarion with Bob Powers and Ron Brooks. And at Brothers Market, they believe it's important to be an active member of the community. Now, they don't want it to be just in their store in the neighborhood. They want you to come in and not just support a local business, but you're supporting local schools and your local nonprofits. And they outsource a lot of their vegetables and meat locally. So you get the freshest meat, the freshest produce right there at Brothers Market. At Brothers Market, where they treat you like family. We're back. Second period gets ready to come to you. Second 8 minutes. Cowgirls up right now by 7, 13-6. And they will start off with the ball, and the pass from Jondal to Lindemann Goes a little wide and really hard and almost out into the cafeteria. Ball, full court press being put on by the Cowgirls as they work the ball up court. The Cadets will get it to Reimer. She's going to come out near the top of the key. Looks to the left, goes underneath, throws it a little high. Whitmore will get it on the baseline. She's going to bring it back out. Gives up her dribble. Now looks for a place to go with it. Reimer, once again, back. She'll go to Wibholm. Knocked away by Jondal. Gives up her dribble. Gets it to Harley. Back into the ball game. Linneman on the baseline. Up. Rolls off. No good. There for the putback, though. Middleton. Morgan now with 4 points on the 9. 7:18 left in the first half. It's 15-6. Cowgirls back up by 9. Driving. And ball lost in the lane. John was shoved out of bounds, but she got rid of the ball, and unfortunately it went into the hands of the Cadets. Shot up, no good. Jondal back out. Crossed. Linneman inside to Middleton. Turnaround, up, in and out, no good. Rebound. It's going to go to the Cadets. Back out. It'll come out to Wibholm. She's pressured, dishes it off. Back to Reimer out top. Shot. Wibholm for 3, and it's good. Jondal goes into the corner to Lindemann. I'm going to say that she stepped out of bounds.
Yeah.
And kind of forcing the ball down in that corner, and that's been kind of an issue. So Hanch is going to come in, and it'll be Wibholm inbounding. Ball stolen. Harley off to Kinnitz. Raven actually did the initial tip away. A jump ball is going to be called. Goes back to the Cadets, and Wibholm will do the inbounding. Pushing the ball up court is Lancaster. She brings over to the right-hand side. Taking care of a little family business there. All right. That three-pointer went air ball, and Middleton will get the ball back for the Cowgirls. They work it up court. We apologize for the gentleman who's sitting right in our camera way.
Yeah,
That's a bad thing. We might be able to raise it up a notch when we get to halftime. We'll try that.
Yeah.
It's the bad thing about the press box here is people sit right against the windows, and like during wrestling, we weren't able to use a camera because there was way too many people up here. But on the downside, people were still standing up in front of us, so we couldn't see part of the time. But by the way, Cowboys finishing second to IFA here at the conference tournament meet. It came down to the last match. They were tied going into the last match, so it was something else. 3 in and out. Wibholm will get the rebound. Actually, Danny Chavez was in the 3rd and 4th place matchup, but the match that we needed to have, the Algona